A lot of people think osteoarthritis is just wear and tear that comes with aging. But is that actually what is going on inside the joint?
So there is wear and tear going on inside the joint, so that is correct. But the main underlying mechanism that's causing pain with osteoarthritis is actually the inflammation. So the number one thing we want to do with an arthritic joint is to try and lower that inflammation as much as we can.
If someone's joints are already painful and inflamed, exercise sounds like the last thing they should be doing. So why is movement actually one of the most powerful ways to reduce that pain?
So when someone has got an arthritic joint, naturally they might think to themselves, because it's painful, that they need to rest it or immobilize it, which is very true for something like a fracture or a tendon where it needs rest and time to heal. But arthritis is actually a progressive condition and it actually needs the opposite. So what we've got to do with the joint is get it moving slowly, and we've got to also strengthen that joint up over time. If we can do those two things, then we know, especially if people can do these exercises for around about 3 months, we know that they'll have great results. Let me show you what I mean. All right, so an example of a level 1 exercise for an arthritic knee would be to do a squat off a high box, like so. Then as the joint gets more comfortable with that, we can then take it to a little bit deeper. So we can go off something about this height. And then same deal, as that becomes more comfortable, we can get it lower again, up and down like that. Another good example would be something like this, some step ups and down, like so. All right, so as we progress, another exercise that we can move to is the leg press, which is just a little bit harder and gets the muscles working a little bit more. Same deal, as the joint becomes comfortable in exercise like this, we can slowly lower the height to get a deeper range of motion. Another example would be something like a leg extension machine, which is going to get your muscles working even harder. And likewise, we can slowly increase the amount of flexion as the joint becomes more comfortable with the exercise. So as we get stronger, we can start to move to more functional patterns like a lunge with a stick.